What's good, yo? Mikey says, Jug Talk. I didn't want the channel just to remain stagnant, so I'm fucking just putting out content, you know what I'm saying? And also, live piece with Joker's Gallery still will be popping off. Be on the lookout for that. But I just had to do this. I did so much content in the past that I don't even know if I did this before. I probably did. I don't know. I don't recall. So I'm doing it now. And if I did do it then, fuck it. Opinions probably changed from the last time I did it. I'm doing it fresh. But yeah, man. Like these video games are my favorite video games of all time. Yeah, I would say so. Next to like fighting games and Grand Theft Auto. But these are the best wrestling games ever made. In my personal opinion, now I know the SmackDown versus Raw games and the SmackDown games on the PS2 are goated. I know that. I love them. They're like right after this for me. But they're not fucking with these. And I'm talking about the AKI, the Aki wrestling games on the Nintendo 64. Now, the N64 was just gifted with some fuck some gifted with the greatest wrestling games of all time. Now, if you was a PlayStation dude, you was shit out of luck until the year 2000 to me. Well, 1996 WCW versus the World, which is great. It's damn near that system, which it is, and that game's great. But after that, you are shit out of luck. Now I'll get into that soon, like a couple of minutes. But yeah, I'll be ranking the Nintendo 64 Aki wrestling games. Now, there's six here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's six here. So yeah, man, here we go. Number 6 got WCW versus NWO World Tour. Man, I remember the first time I seen this shit. Now, when I knew the internet was very young, didn't have it. This is 1997. This came out December of 97. Now, when I first even knew this was coming out, I seen the commercial on Nitro, and I was like, "Oh shit!" My uncle was watching Nitro. We like, we gotta have that shit. We knew it looked like Versus the World, but Versus the World on steroids, like much better. And yeah, the box art is just incredible. I love it. But when I first played it, was at Nap Video. Now, for those that from the East Coast, I heard some dude shout out to Melting Movies. Melting Movies 1. And that dude be like showing Juggalo shit. Shout out to him. That dude mentioned that video in one of his videos. I was like, yes. So any East Coast motherfucker from like Massachusetts, maybe even New York, Vermont, somewhere around there. I know my nigga Humble Among mentioned Ames, and Ames was over here. We loved Ames, but yeah, you might have had that Nap video chain, like Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? But I played it. They had the N64 hooked up, and I was playing with my uncle. And then some dude came and started playing with us. Then he took on my uncle. Like my uncle had Rick Steiner, I think. I can't really remember. This is fucking years ago. And that dude had like Hayabusa. I think I can't remember. But yeah, Hayabusa was in like those DOA or the wrestling promotions they had in this game. But yeah, man, this shit out the gate was much better than Versus the World versus the World on PlayStation to me, because you get Scott Hall, you get Kevin Nash, you get Six, Buff Bagwell, even Bischoff was in here from the NWO side of things, and you get Chris Benoit, he was in Versus the World too. Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon, Lex Luger, fucking Sting, Lord Steven Regal. You get all those boys, plus all the other, promotions. Now, what I loved about this was just the grappling system. Like, this started it all, other than World versus the World and PlayStation, but this started it all on the Nintendo 64. Man, this shit is masterpiece wrestling gaming, in my personal opinion. I absolutely love this shit, man. Amazing game. Its counterpart, which is the same damn game, damn near, uh, Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 to me is better because, for one, the unlockables in here is Macho Man Randy Savage, Diamond Dallas Page, Glacier, Wrath, uh, Joe Bruiser, which is Muhammad Ali, the Black Widow, which is Mayumi Toyota, who was my favorite female wrestler of all time from Japan. Uh, some other people I'm probably missing too you gotta unlock, but on Virtual Wrestling 64, you already get Macho Man and DDP off the jump, and we'll get into why I like that better than this. But World Tour is goated. It's the one that started it all. And then when we finally got this, because I didn't get Nintendo 64 to 98. So that's 2 years after it came out. The console came out, but a year after this came out. And I didn't even have to even buy this. Not this copy here. I bought this. But my boy Adam gave it to me. Me and my uncle played it like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not because he didn't like it. He loved the shit. He had doubles of shit. And the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Scott Hall, and Chris Benoit are my three mains in World Tour. Especially Ric Flair. Worked the leg. All that good shit. World Tour coming in number 6. Started it off. Incredible. Love this game to death. Now, number 5, I have Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 over it for you get more wrestlers, bro. You get Terry Funk, not named, the licensing. But if you have a ROM, a patched English ROM is the way I play this shit. You know what I'm saying? You're Gucci. But this also, let me tell you this. If you try to buy this cart and put it in an American Nintendo 64, it ain't going to work. You got to get your N64 modded or take a crappy N64 title, some baseball game or something. Take an 8-bit screwdriver, unscrew the screws from the American N64 game and put the back on the Japan cartridge. It'll fit right in that bitch. You're Gucci. You got yourself a game to play. Now, I like this better than World Tour. It's damn near the same game, but you could do things in here you can't do in World Tour. For one, edit. Now, for some odd reason, Chris Benoit in here, he doesn't have his Four Horseman tights off rip. I edited it, and they're in there. You just put it on them, bong, save it. You're good. You can edit wrestlers' attires, the colors and shit. That's so fucking dope to me. Also, off the rip, Macho Man Randy Savage and Diamond Dallas Page are instantly unlockable in here. You don't gotta unlock them in the fucking league challenge like you gotta do in World Tour. There's no Wrath or Glacier. Fuck Glacier. I give a fuck about Glacier, but Wrath I care about. Wish Wrath was in here, but it's no loss. Amazing game. And I think Scott Hall does the outsider's edge the correct way in here because in here he sits down with it in World Tour. Which the outsider's edge, bong, you know what that is. You're a wrestling fan. I ain't gotta fucking explain it to you. But yeah. Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, I have over World Tour. Like I said, it's the same game with different wrestlers and shit like that. Yeah, like you get Terry Funk, Bruiser Brody. If you get the patch version, that they name that and they look correct like they're supposed to. Incredible. This is over World Tour for me. Take a sip of water, get down to it. Number 4. Coming in number 4, I have, which people think this is the greatest N64 game, wrestling game, period. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me. I'll tell you why. It's amazing. Trust and believe. But Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, basically the counterpart to WrestleMania 2000, but no WWF guys are in here whatsoever. Same thing applies. If you want to play this on hardware, same thing applies. Like I told you what to do with, you take the 8-bit screwdriver, take a crappy N64 title, take the back off, put it on the Japan cartridge, it'll fit inside. If you buy this on eBay, it will not fit in your N64 at all. If you're an American motherfucker like me. But anyway, this, I'm a big fan of All Japan Pro Wrestling. 90s. Masawa, Kawada, Kabashi, Teiyu, fucking Akiyama, all those boys. Stan Hansen was wrestling at the time. Vader. This came out in the year 2000. They're all in here. The dudes that his name, plus a bunch of Pride fighters like Dan Fry, and you could do all kind of shit. It's mixed martial art matches in here. It's shit's fucking fire. Like, granted, if someone said this is the best, I'm not even arguing with y'all. But I didn't grow up with this shit, bro. That's why it's not as high as it is. It may be the better game and all that shit, but like, I didn't get into Masawa and Kawada to like the early 2000s and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my uncle taught me who the fuck they were, because my uncle's like Mr. Wrestling. That nigga, especially like indie shit and like Japanese shit, he knows everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, he put me on to who they were, and this game is fucking fantastic. You know what I'm saying? I got it later on in life. You know what I'm saying? 2014 or some shit. I first got this and first played it, but it's incredible. I know AJ Styles said this is his favorite wrestling game. Bunch of Japanese wrestlers in here. Like I said, the Pride fighting and all that. It is absolutely phenomenal. I play the English ROM. That's how I play this shit. It's patched because it's all in Japanese. If you play this today, it will be too on hardware, or if you download it or whatever. But yeah, incredible game. I love it to death. Okay, down to 3. Now, number 3, this game is phenomenal. WWF took the license from the AKI license from WCW, and it was on and popping. Now, WrestleMania 2000. Now, for me, like, this is the first real incredible game in the new era for WWF, because I'm going to do another video of crappy wrestling games that I love, which is, spoiler alert, 2 of them, Warzone and Attitude, okay? Because what I mean by the first good WWF game from that era, because I'm talking about, like, well, WrestleMania the arcade game was PlayStation. Fucking amazing. In Your House was not a great game. But I'm talking like that Attitude Monday Night War era. This is when, because Warzone and Attitude, shitty controls. This plays just like Revenge and World Tour, bro. And when this came out, nigga, it was a motherfucking rap. I'm so happy I have this complete in box and all that shit. But yeah, when this came out, bro, it was fucking over. Now, I remember the first time I knew this was coming out, it was a commercial with The Rock, that's gimmick infringement and all that shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you're a wrestling fan. Seeing that, watching Raw with my uncle and my grandfather, and the first time I played this shit was, like I said, I got N64 in 98, so I come home from school, and my uncle has this box. Not this very box, I had to buy this over, but he got it while I was in school. I was in the fucking 7th or 8th grade. I want to say the 7th grade. Yeah, the 7th grade, because it came out like October 99. And man, oh man. It was amazing playing with WWF wrestlers with the Aki engine for the first time. I loved it. The height of the attitude era. This is based on like 98, 99 WWF in their fucking prime. You know who's in there. You know what I'm saying? The Rock, Triple H, Mankind, Kane, Big Show, fucking shit. Everybody. Undertaker, X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy. You know what the fuck's in this motherfucking game. This shit is just flawless to me. You know what I'm saying? British Bulldog supposed to make the cut. He didn't make it. His face is in the game and his tights. Chris Jericho just made the cut. Like, that nigga debuted summer, and he's already in it in October, my nigga. That is impressive. That's 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Well, they carried him over from Revenge, probably, which I think they did. But man, WrestleMania 2000, just a phenomenal title. A lot of memories with this game, playing it after school. Now, I will say this: as a kid, I smoked a blunt, you know, 14, 15, and I was playing Road to WrestleMania, having a blast. I'm locking Shawn Michaels and Stephanie McMahon and Jim Ross, all the unlockables in here. As a grown man today, see, if I put this cartridge in the N64, they're not in there. That's why I play on ROMs. The ROMs, everybody's unlocked. I gotta have Shawn Michaels, my favorite wrestler of all time. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like this is not like World Tour and Revenge where you take on 8 people and unlock somebody. This is, as a kid, it didn't really bother me. As a grown man, it is very enduring. Like, it takes forever to to unlock Shawn Michaels. You might be spending weeks doing this shit, a month even. That Road to WrestleMania is brutal, my nigga. Like, especially like after a couple of weeks in the calendar, them niggas start reversing everything, bro. Like, the shit is crazy work. That's only complaint about it. Like, it's too, like, that's kind of crazy. But anyway, the game is phenomenal either way. You know what I'm saying? The grappling system that AKI had is just superb. And finally play, other than Warzone added to putting in Mortal Kombat combinations to get a power driver off, you know, fuck that. WrestleMania 2000 is a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece in my personal opinion. Now, if you know these games, you know what the fucking last two are, bro. You know what the last two are. Now, a couple of years ago, this be number one, but I thought of myself like, okay, this is the number one is just a better roster than me. It is the better game overall, even though it's missing things that this one has. But I'm talking WWF No Mercy. Now, this is the Bible to some niggas in wrestling game, which I don't get. It's number 2. This is my second favorite wrestling game, period. So there you go. But this, to some niggas, this is the Bible. Okay, and I'm not even mad at that. You know what I'm saying? The game is just phenomenal. It's a masterpiece of a wrestling game. It's superb. The year 2000, you know what I'm saying? This came out. WrestleMania 2099. These two can go neck for neck for me. Why I have this over this is because the backstage shit and the creation suite seem deeper. But No Mercy is phenomenal, man. I've been playing this shit for the last couple of days, and it just takes me back. A dope story about this game. The first time I knew it was coming out, I seen the commercial with the Dudley Boys. And my uncle was like, oh shit. Then my uncle had all the Game Pro books with the fucking ads in it and all that. But when I got this, this came out on my birthday. And my birthday I just turned 40 years old. Now I turned like 15 when this shit dropped, I believe, the year 2000. My math is correct. I suck at math, but this came out days before SmackDown 2 Know Your Role, which is a great fucking game. Now I got SmackDown 2 Know Your Role with birthday money my grandma on my father's side gave me. Water break. But this one, like, my uncle was getting ready to buy this shit, right? And I go to school. My boy Adam knew it was my birthday. This is some ill shit. He unzipped his book bag and handed me in box, shrink wrapped, No Mercy. Now imagine how I feel, bro. I am absolutely over the moon. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm outside. We're about to go into school. We got the same class. I cannot wait to get home. I'm looking at the clock. It's like it's running slow. Like, I was like a crack addict. I could not wait to get home and play this shit, bro. Like, I was thinking about telling my uncle and playing my uncle all day, bro. Like, it was crazy, my nigga, because how long are you in school? Like 6, 7, 8 hours? I can't remember. We got out like at 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I gotta wait that whole time. Now it makes it even more brutal. I had a doctor's appointment on some, like, I was sick. My mom booked me a doctor's appointment at the time. I had a minor cold and shit. I was getting a little better. I was in school, obviously, so I was getting a little better. But I still went to the appointment, and at the appointment, I'm thinking I'm going home. Nope. We go to fucking go to supermarket or something. We go to It was called Value Land High Low or some shit like that. On the south end, Fall River, Massachusetts. Bong. But we had to make 2 other stops. Then we finally got home. The first thing I do was I go upstairs and I pull out the book. I didn't even say shit. I show my uncle what I got. He goes fucking crazy. He was gonna get it the next day, so I already had it. It was a birthday gift. My boy copped it for me, and we played this like crazy, man. After school, a lot of memories. Jesus Christ, man, and especially to me, in my personal opinion, the year 2000 is quite possibly the greatest year in WWF history. Think about it. You had the Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, that dynamic. The Rock killing shit. Triple H killing shit. The mid card and main event was both fucking firing. Incredible, man. And it all bled into this game. And like I said, with this has nothing unlocked if I put the cartridge in. Because I rebought this so many times. But the ROM, everything's unlocked. Play it on the ROM, bro. Play it on the emulator. Everything's unlocked. Now, there was some whack shit that happened to me and my uncle, man, with this. That's why we bought it again. We bought the fixed copy. The save slots. It was corrupted. It was going around everywhere. Look it up. It was save corrupted. Excuse me. Save data was getting corrupted, and you had to download, create your wrestlers all over again, and it's beat shit over again, unlocked. It was terrible, man. It was not fun. But luckily, we got that second copy that fixed the problem. And yeah, No Mercy's goated. If someone told me this is the greatest wrestling game ever made, I'm not gonna fucking say anything, because guess what? It's my second favorite wrestling game of all time. Now, if you're a Nintendo 64 fan, you already know what the fuck is number one. Now, 1998, I think late 98, December 98, this came out. WCW NWO Revenge. Incredible. The first time I knew this was coming out, kind of like World Tour, I seen the commercial. And I was blown away. Then my uncle would have the Game Pro magazine with an amazing write-up. I love that section. I think he still has it to this day. And I remember I was watching Thunder and looking at the book. Just great times. Now, this what made my uncle go out and buy a Nintendo 64, man. I remember after school, he bought this with the system. You know what I'm saying? Because we were getting this was brutal. If you was a PlayStation nigga in 1997, like I was in 98, and you were playing World Tour at your boy's house, you were pissed. Okay? Because you had Nitro. Nitro is garbage. World versus the World is good, but it ain't fucking World Tour. You know what I'm saying? So it sucked. So we were not letting that happen to us again. Got that revenge, bro. Got that N64 and played the fuck out of it. Now, still got the book, all that. All them shits got the book and the poster and all that, bro. Like, and the cartridge is sitting right there. You see it. But yeah, man. This is easy to get everybody that's unlocked. Like Kurt Hennig and Roddy Piper and what's this fucking the Faces of Fear, Barbarian and Ming. Easy to get, unlike No Mercy and then WrestleMania 2000. Them shits were hard, bro. The whole season mode and shit. But this had everyone you can think of in this motherfucker around the time. Yeah, this is the era when the Wolf Pack was divided with Black and White, which I wish this happened. Scott Hall, I was watching the Nitro the other day, and Scott Hall's just dissing Nash and when they were beefing, and I was like, what the fuck? That don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Nash and Hall belong together. Like that 97, early 98 NWO was my favorite. 96 to early 98. The illest Black and White NWO for life, baby. Nash and Hall belong together. If they would have split them, which I wouldn't mind, if Hall went with Nash and Macho Man went with Hogan, that was supposed to happen. But I think Macho and Hogan didn't get along or some fuck shit. But yeah, man, that was around that time. Goldberg was popping. Raven, one of my ultimate favorite wrestlers of all time. Raven is that dude. Raven's flock was in the whole flock was in here. This game is fucking superb. Okay? It's my GOAT. All the luchadors, everybody was in this motherfucker, man. This is my favorite dude of the roster. Now, my main three to use in here is again Scott Hall, like World Tour. There's no Ric Flair in here due to the fucking beef with Bischoff and some legal bullshit. But Scott Hall, Chris Benoit, and Scott Steiner. I love Scott Steiner in here. But yeah, man, Revenge, goated. Goated. Now, I didn't give my main three in No Mercy. It's The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Chris Benoit. Again, I just love using Benoit in them games. I know he's a piece of garbage. Fuck what he did to his family and all that shit. In this game, it's Masawa, Kawada, Kabashi. I use a lot. In this one, it's just like World Tour, you know what I'm saying? Ric Flair, Scott Hall, Benoit. 2000, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Chris Jericho. I used a lot in there. But yeah, there you have it. The ranking of the AKI games, they're fucking superb. Revenge is the GOAT. It's my fucking GOAT. Get addicted, like Raven said in the commercial, bruh. There you have it. Mikey C signing off. These wrestling games are forever goated. And I'm out this bitch, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.